Hi, I have had some requests for some self-massage tricks for rolling out forearms specifically. I know that a lot of us spend a lot of time on the computer and do a lot of work that can tax the muscles of the forearms and create a lot of pain and tension, not only here at the elbow on either side where the flexors attach on this side, the extensors attach on this side, but then also some pain in the wrist. And because the forearm muscles come all the way here from the elbow down into the wrist and the hand to help us move our fingers, there are some really helpful self-massage techniques that you can do to help roll out and kind of free up some of the musculature here in the forearm. So I am using some massage therapy balls that we have here in the clinic. They're from Jill Miller. Yoga tune-up balls is what they're called. And again, we have some of those here in clinic. A tennis ball will work just fine. These balls are great because they have a little grip to them that gives them a little bit of tackiness, and they're also made from a dense rubber. So they're a little different than like a tennis ball or a racket ball would be as far as like the density. So they're really helpful to try to get into some of these muscles. So the first thing we'll do is we are going to start with the extensor muscles here. So they're all the ones that make your wrist do this, and fingers. So working all the way from the elbow down to the wrist, what we'll do is we'll pin the ball in between our elbow and the wall. So you can see that I'm doing that here. And then from here, I'm just sliding my body back and forth. So you can do this standing, you can do it sitting. Sometimes it's helpful to have a little spacer here between your elbow and your body just to create a little more comfort there. And so I'm working all the way from my elbow, and then I'm gonna adjust a little bit to come down a little bit more towards the wrist. And so if you find a spot, you can kind of lean into it and then do a little twisting of your wrist. You can also get your hand and wrist involved a little bit. So working all the way from elbow to wrist, finding the spots that feel really good. I always use this as a technique in my massages. Like if you find the spot that like hurts a little bit, use your breath. So with the exhale, your body relaxes just a little bit. And so you can kind of stay there and allow your body to relax into that rather than like tensing up around it. And always remember with these self-massage techniques, like you're in charge. So if it's too much, ease up. Okay, so that's the extensors. To address the flexors, the ones that help you curl your fingers in and make a fist this way, coming from the medial epicondyle here all the way down into your fingertips. So what we'll do is we'll bring our hand behind us and then pin the ball in between the wall and the elbow. So same technique applies here, just moving as much as you like here, side to side, up and down, breathing, stopping where you find the points that are a little bit more tender, experiencing, noticing how tight all of that stuff is. And again, you can find a little rotation here of the forearm like this. You can involve the fingers by making a fist and drawing everything in. Again, just experiencing, playing around. There's no wrong way to do this, really. It's mostly just allowing your body to relax and to release as much as you can. And again, the breath can be a great tool for that. Okay, so those are two options there. Third option, I'm gonna bring this down here. So I have stacked a couple books just to get a little bit of extra lift from the ground if you've got like a yoga block or anything at home. But here, moving from all fours, what you will do is I'm gonna work extensors. Here again, you can do a similar thing, rolling along the ball here. The great way of this is that you can, again, start to get the wrist involved a little bit, but you can use the weight of your body to provide a little bit more downward pressure. So again, just moving through all the ranges of motion that are available here at the wrist, pausing, breathing, settling in, and just rolling as you like. So then I'm getting into the flexors a little bit here with my top arm while I'm also working on the extensors. So kind of getting it from both sides. And of course, working both arms.